We're going to get to Eunice Yoon this morning, who is in Beijing on the ground, and also get her thoughts on what's taking place in Hong Kong over the weekend as well. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. So tonight, your time, watch for a quasi-interest rate cut out of China. The central bank is going to be publishing what it's described as the new loan prime rate at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to hold a press conference at 10 o'clock. And this new rate replaces the traditional benchmark lending rate as a reference point by which banks will be able to price their loans. So the whole point of the move is meant to try to get the policy rates, the bank rates, more in line with policy rates. And since the central bank has made it one of its stated goals to try to lower the borrowing costs here, most people here are now expecting the central bank to put in sort of like a pseudo rate cut, even though most analysts still don't agree as to how big that cut is going to be. But it's something to watch for. Separately, people here are waiting to hear what comes out of the White House when it comes to the policy towards the Chinese tech giant Huawei. Because, as you guys know, the U.S. Commerce Department had blacklisted Huawei not allowing the company to work with U.S. tech suppliers, but then it granted it a 90-day reprieve. And from what the National Economic Advisor, Larry Kudlow, says, it looks as though the Commerce is going to grant another grace period of 90 days. So people are waiting to see whether or not that's going to happen, because the policy towards Huawei has been very unclear out of the White House ever since this blacklist was announced back in May. President Trump himself at the G20 had said that he believed that U.S. companies should be able to work with Huawei. But this is what he said on Sunday.
Well, I'm talking to my people, but ultimately we don't want to do business with Huawei for national security reasons.
But not even a temporary extension?
We'll see what happens. I'm making a decision tomorrow. It could be temporary, could be, and maybe not. But we're going to make a decision tomorrow.
And the foreign ministry reacted to President Trump's comments just a couple of minutes ago, saying that we hope the U.S. will do what it said at the G20 on Huawei. So as for Huawei itself, I spoke with the company and they said that right now it's business as usual. They are still waiting to see what comes out of the White House. But in terms of the broader signal that it's sending here in China, this comes after the partial delay of the tariffs from September to December. And in the state media, a lot of the rhetoric has been pointing out that perhaps this is just more evidence that the Chinese should continue to wait things out and take their time with a trade deal. So, for example, the Global Times, the Communist Party paper, said U.S. maximum pressure tactics are losing their bite. The People's Daily, which is a state paper, said the U.S. is feeling the composure of China in the face of extreme pressure. So there's been this feeling, when I'm just talking to people here, that the Chinese are gambling that over the next 6 to 12 months, they should just continue to wait, because President Trump would likely feel more heat because of the U.S. economy and the impact of the trade war on U.S. business.